Hey guys, it's Vanity, Ezel buying a Car Fight Vanguard as in the Vanity weekly review, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Ty, comment, subscribe, shall we? This time we're covering, I guess, reveals from the crossover thing with the Corocoro manga. I don't know what it is, but you know, the thing that involves like the Triumph Dragon, Crestonios, Astrum, Orsolargist, and Sarv also quote-unquote upgrades. So yeah, let's get these started, and we're just gonna do this from Discord because I could not be bothered to put this into weekly updates to the Google Slides. So first up, we have a new order that works for all nations. It's a grade 1 order called Legendary Heroes Assemble. Check the top 5 to 1 Corocoro card from Monthly Reveal Pick to hand shuffle your deck. Okay, it's a free top 5 add something to hand card. Is not bad as far as orders go, especially because works at grade 1, and I know they are making new PGs for this, so those count as Corocoro cards. We have a free way to search PG, so honestly, if you end up building this deck as a 4 of. Then we have a series of cards that are based off of those grade 2s that require you to play an order and then like get an arbitrary number of 5k per nation, and this one is called Gabe and his owner. So again, these all work for the respective nations. I mean, technically they have no nation at all, but if you end up playing them in the nation that they're supposed to respond to, in this case this one being Dragwood Latifa, you can play it in Dragon Empire and then it will gain the abilities. Otherwise these abilities will be nullified, and they are basically considered the exact same name as their copy parts, so you can't run 4 of each. You can only run like up to 4 in total. So it goes in order: Latifa, Orange, Bipolar, Nebula, Teeth Fault, Hallucinatory, Tori, Morpho, and Strega are these respective counterparts. So I'm not going to bother going into what all of those do, but if you happen to remember what those grade 2s do, there you go. And if you want a quick example of one of them is, like I said, there's the Dragon Empire one up here, but also just think about Teeth Fault from the Keter pile and you'll more or less have your answer of what these guys do. Following that, we have another Corocoro card. It's also Latifa all art, but it is Jackknife and Tsuku. I wish they would bring back Buddy Fight in English, because god, I missed these two, and the second I saw these two, I started hearing a Tsuku Star Dragon Roll theme, followed by like Buddy Fight, Are You Ready to Fight? God, I missed that. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna go rewatch the old series at some point within the next year. So yeah, you know, honestly, I might just pick this up as a 4. I kid, but part of me is telling the truth. And then we have Corocoro Comics, the overtrigger for the Corocoro deck. Grade 0 boost, 50k shield, 5k power. Overtrigger, you standard overtrigger BS, and then additional effect, you choose one of the following if you drive check it. So choose one of your units and give it a critical, or choose one of your rear guards. Until end of the turn, it gets auto rear guard once per turn, and then about this unit attack, stand it. So it's essentially Isphoria and Walnut mixed into one, because Isphoria could give crits, Walnut could restand. The only difference is Isphoria could also recycle, and Walnut either gave the standing ability to a unit that was already standing, or it gave you the ability to call a card to rear guard circle. So either way, guaranteed you a multi-attack. I guess I like this, but I really would have preferred, considering its skill is literally a mixture of the two, and considering, you know, Isphoria was meant to be like blue and Walnut was supposed to be red, so you know, like competing colors. I wish they would have just mixed those two cards into one, and that would have been a really cool art idea, but instead they give it to something that is literally black and white majority of the cards. So take that as you will. This is your over if you want it. On to our last cards of the day. First up, we have Desert Guard Raiden, the standard Heal Guard grade 1. His special ability is when he's put on guard circle from the hand, if your opponent's bind zone has 3 more cards in it, by removing a heal from your hand or drop zone, he gets 20,000 shield for the battle. Then if there are 5 or more cards, you can CB want to give the Vanguard an extra 5k for the turn. Okay, pretty easy in Narukami, since, you know, the existence of Stunverse automatically gives you that ability, but all around a very nice supporting grade 1 for the Heal Guard ability, so it's a 2 over 3 of hell. I'd even say a 4, just because, again, Stunverse exists. Following that, we have Savage Cleaver, grade 1 boost, 10k shields, 5k base, the standard heal guard thing, and then its special abilities: auto put on guard circle from the hand, move a heal from your hand to drop zone, and this unit gets 5,000 shield, 10 to battle for each of your open rear guard circles, and if you have 4 more open, CB1, choose one ranks, get 5,000 power for the turn. Again, I really do like this because it also has a G unit that pretty much guarantees this. Its G unit is no, it's not Blockade Gengar. It's one of the other G guards. I just don't remember which one it is, but there is a G guard that essentially opens up your board so that you can, I'm pretty sure there's a G guard that opens up your board so that you can use Savage Cleaver to gain more power and shield. So it definitely works as a defensive card. Both these do their nation's justice, so I'm willing to give them both like 3 ofs, if not possibly even 4 ofs for their respective decks. Moving on, we have the Grandpa Danger card. So grade 0 boost, 5k shield, 6k base. They are dual nation, so these Corocoro cards are going to be dual nations with the Corocoro clan, but also whatever respective nation that their DZ set start boss comes from. So in this case, is Dragon Empire and Corocoro. So standard auto run upon if you want second draw card. Following that, we have Can I Have 20 Yen Please Grandpa, grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base, act Vanguard once per turn, ditch a card with dangerous skill from your hand, and draw a card. If you went first until the end of the turn, this unit can attack even if you're on your first turn and gets drive -1. So it brings back, what was his name? Razor Custom from V skill where you could attack on the first turn. The only actually I was about to say the only downside is that it loses a hand card because you also lose a drive, so you don't get attacks, but at the same time it does at least replace the dangerous skill ability that you're dropping with a hand card, so it's a way to either filter or possibly even get an extra attack out on the first turn. So it's honestly an interesting one of in the ride deck. I wish we got this for a non-joke card. Then we have Grandpa's Drawing Song, Great Turn set 5k shield, 10k base. Auto wrote upon, perform one of the following, either if wrote upon by a grade 3 card with Corocoro, draw a card and choose a card from your hand and bind it, or if you wrote it with a grade 3 card with Grandpa in the card name, draw 2 cards, choose a card from your hand card and bind it. So either you draw a card and bind, or you draw 2 cards and bind. So I really do like how these Corocoro decks can actually mix their respective ride lines, which is nice, but this card definitely gets more benefit from being written by the Grandpa because it does the exact same thing, except you get an extra hand card out of it. So all around, Grandpa's Drawing Song, not a bad card at all, and I actually, again, really like the fact that they can splash with the Corocoro cards, so it's a good, in my opinion, ride deck grade 2. Then we have the Strongest Grandpa, Grandpa Danger, so act Vanguard, once per turn, standard stats for a grade 3. Counter Blast 1, reveal cards on the top of your deck until you reveal a card with a dangerous skill ability that does not have the same card name as a card in your bind zone. Bind that card with the dangerous skill ability, and then shuffle your deck and draw a card. So slowly but surely you deck thin through your cards only for 1 CP, and you get a hand card on top of it. Okay, not bad. And then dangerous skill, auto, and this card is bound from your deck by the ability of your Vanguard Grandpa and his card name. Choose one of your Vanguards, and it gets auto Vanguard once per turn. At the end about this unit attacked, say stand up Vanguard, stand this unit, and it gets drive -1 to end of the turn until the end of this turn. Okay, pretty solid. It's just a simple bind itself, give the Vanguard a stand skill that only cost 1 CB. Technically, actually, wait, no, that skill doesn't cost CB at all, so just give your Vanguard a stand skill. Again, wish these weren't joke cards, but hey, you know what? It's nice. It fits the theme, and it does end up having its own little consistency here, so I'm willing to give it like a 3 or 4 in a Grandpa Danger deck. I honestly don't know what's supposed to be the ride deck grade 3, because we have the Grandpa Danger grade 3 from Triumph Dragon, technically speaking. Then we have Victory Grandpa, grade 2 set 5k shield, 10k base. On a rear guard, when this unit attacks into a grade 3 or grade unit, it gets 5,000 power for that battle. And then Dangerous skill, auto, when this card is bound from your deck by the ability of your Vanguard Grandpa in the card name, choose one of your Corocoro rear guards, and it gets 15,000 power for the turn. If your damage zone is 5 or more cards, say Big Reversal, Dai Gyoktenja, and that rear guard also gets auto rear guard. When this attack hits a Vanguard, you win the fight until end of turn. So pretty much drug up 1 Corocoro rear guard, say Big Reversal, and pray to God that that rear guard hits, because if it does hit, you auto win the game. Valid. You know what? Fair enough. I'm just gonna say 4 of it and move on, because auto win skill. Then we have Failure Grandpa, so obviously there is Victory Grandpa, and there has to be a Failure Grandpa, though he doesn't auto lose you the fight, though I feel that would be a fitting, considering, some victory over here. But grade 2 set 5k shield, 10k base, auto roll, puts on rear guard circle, then during the battle phase, CB1 check top 5, choose 1 Corocoro card from bundle, call to rear guard circle, and shuffle your deck. If you have a Vanguard Grandpa on the card name, you can put it to your hand instead of calling it. So the good part about this is that with the PGs, you can just, add the PG to your hand, and then auto rear guard when this attacks into a grade 3 grade unit. So boss 1, this unit extends the power for the battle, and then his dangerous skills auto when he's bound from the deck by the ability of Vanguard with Grandpa on the card name. Nothing happens. Fair enough. Don't know why I expected anything more, so I'm just gonna say 3 over 4 of them. Well, to be fair though, this top 5 skill is really good because it just adds any card to hand, so it's just able to keep recycling pieces, which honestly isn't bad. And then we have the final card, which is Kazutoshi Soyama. Really hope I didn't butcher that. Grade 2 set 5k shield, 10k base. Sorry, I said the wrong stats. Grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base. Auto placed on rear guard circle other during the battle phase. If your Vanguard is a grade 3 grade or Vanguard with either Corocoro or Grandpa on the card name. Soul boss 1, choose up to 2 cards with dangerous skill ability from your drop zone. Put 1 to bottom, call the other, and then auto rear guard. At the end of the battle, this unit boosted a rear guard with a dangerous skill ability. If your Vanguard is a grade 3 or grade or Grandpa and has not attacked this turn, summon this unit to soul, stand the boosted unit, and this unit gets 5,000, and it gets 5,000 power for the turn. Okay, cool. Rear guard stand gets you soul, and not to mention the fact that it gets a dangerous skill to rear guard from the drop zone. Honestly, this is a very nice supporting card. Like, it does its job really well, and this is something that should exist as not a joke. So 4 of, and honestly, I do actually like its name. I think that's really cool that they incorporated the author, presumably of Dangerous Grandpa, into this, and I hope they do it with the other decks. And again, I really do like how these cards have synergy, specifically with their own deck, in this case being Grandpa, but also they have their synergy with the core cards in general. So without further ado, I'm going to test one here. Hope all of you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join us for Twitch. I'll see you all in the next one. Talk, stand up your Vanguards.